Peace, peace. What's the word? What's happening, everybody? Hopefully, everybody is having a powerful, peaceful, and productive. What is today? Wednesday thus far. And hopefully, y'all got about an hour or so to tap in with the kid, listen to the bill. Man, y'all see the title of this particular video. So, y'all, hey, this going to be a good one, man. I got to pull up a video from our ancestor and our great brother, Pimp C, in order to validate some points that I'm gonna be making today. So, like I say, hopefully y'all got about 45 minutes to an hour to tap in, listen to the bill, add on all that good stuff. But y'all know how I like to do it. For the first 3 to 5 minutes, man, let me know how y'all living and feeling on this wonderful Wednesday before I dive into this subject matter today. Like I said, man, y'all see the subject matter we about to discuss today. Hey, y'all, women need to start appreciating some of us men who not into all of that freaky nonsense that some of these folks or some of these dudes be on out here. Straight up. About to drop some game on y'all, man. Evan, peace, what's happening? What's the word? How we living? How we feeling? Manuel, peace, what's happening? What's the word? Tap in with the kid, man. How we living? How we feeling on this wonderful Wednesday? What's the word? Like I said, I got a Pimp C video, man. Something that he said back in the day, man. One of his old videos from back in the day, man, where he dropped a little jewel on us, man. One of them videos that may be forgotten. People may have forgotten that he said this, that he was on this type of time, but Pimp C was trying to warn us back in the day in regards to a lot of the nonsense that was going on within the industry. You know, Pimp C was a lot of brothers that were striving to warn us, but Pimp C was one of them to do it on a mainstream level. And he had a lot of videos, man, just dropping game, letting y'all know indirectly some of the things that he knew that was going on within the industry. And some of us are trying to uphold that integrity there. Stanley, peace. What's happening? What's the word? Oh, Emmanuel, man, everything is peace, man. Everything is good. Can't complain. Like I said, man, some of you sisters be wanting some of these extravagant, flamboyant men, and then you surprised when they turn out to be down low and all that type of funny business. And now you upset, now you embarrassed, and all of that. It's your fault, man. Y'all don't appreciate the simple. Y'all don't appreciate the boring, you know? You want all that extracurricular nonsense that comes with a lot of BS and nonsense. You know, so if that's what you want, better be careful what you ask for. Be careful what you wish for. You know, be careful. Y'all better start appreciating what's boring. Better start appreciating that. I'm trying to tell you. Because when you get one of these dudes that's always outside and always into doing a bunch of that type of stuff, man, you trying to tell you. Those be the ones, man. Those be the ones. Cool K, what's happening? Beast by Bless. Peace, what's happening? Stanley for sure. Hey, we dealing with the math for the day, man. We dealing with the math. Understanding cipher, all being born to understanding for sure. That's the 30th. We dealing with the math today. Hey, Reese, what's happening? What's the word? Man, in about another minute or so, I'm gonna play that Pimp C. I'm gonna play my Pimp C video, man. It's one of my favorite Pimp C videos. He was letting y'all know what real men don't do. You know, what real men don't do when it comes to the stuff that I'm talking about. Brother Pimp C tried to warn us. Brother Pimp C tried to put us on game. You know, he said we family men out here. You know, we handling business. We stacking that paper. That's what he said. We ain't into all these weird parties and got all these weird fetishes, man. We ain't trying to do all that. You know, we get our lady and we do our little thing, and that's it. That's all we worried about. We focused on. That's what we on. Y'all want these brothers that got all these crazy fetishes and all of that, and then like I said, get mad when he turned out to be on the down low. That's what you was asking for, fam. That's what you was asking for. Because again, old buddy over there was a little too boring for you. You ain't like it. You wanted that spice in your life. It got a little too spicy. It got a little too spicy for you, didn't it? Hey, Blaze, what's happening? It got a little too spicy, man. I'm gonna probably play this Pimp C joint. You know what I'm saying? I'll probably play this Pimp C joint about 1,000 times. It's one of my favorite videos, man. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and play it right now, man. I can't even wait to play it. Let me go ahead and tap in to play this joint now. Hey, Liza, what's happening? Oh, I hope I'm saying your name right. All right, hold on. Let me go ahead and play the Pimp. Brother Pimp C. This would have got canceled. Now, if this was something that he said right now today, would get canceled. You know? But I'm about to go ahead, play it. Hell, this might get canceled, but it is what it is. All right, here we go. Man, hold up. Hold on, man. My thing acting crazy. Let me get this screen. Let me get this thing sharing. Share this screen. Thing acting crazy. Hold up. Get in my IT bag. Because we got to share the quote from Brother Pimp. Let me reload this page. Hold up. All right, we back in there. Let me try this again. They trying to see how it work when I'm trying to bring up the little Pimp C video. Now all of a sudden can't share my screen. Ain't that crazy? Now all of a sudden it's trying to stop me from sharing the screen. That's wild. All right, yep. So whatever. We gonna figure this out. But in the meanwhile, what you say? Only noble man rock with Pimp C. That's facts. That's facts. I'm trying to share some Pimp C, and this thing ain't even trying to let me. I ain't never had problems sharing my screen. Never. It's never been a problem. Now all of a sudden I got this Pimp C video ready to share. Now all of a sudden can't share a screen. Somebody tell me how that makes any type of sense. I ain't never had problems sharing my screen, like ever. The first time I have a problem sharing my screen is when I want to share this Pimp C video. The very first time. That's wild. Look at that, man. The browser has blocked your screen. That's the note I'm getting. Y'all probably can't see that, but that's the message that I'm getting. Let me see, man. We gonna figure this thing. We gonna figure this out. Hold up. I'm about to figure this out real quick. Y'all about to see this problem get solved here. I ain't got time for this. Because this Pimp C video is getting shared. They not about to block the greatness from Brother Pimp. We ain't going. We ain't going. We ain't going. So boom. Click that. All right. So we got that. And then we gonna refresh this one more again. Hold up. That's what it told me to do. We gonna now we back. Did exactly what it told me to do. Now let me see if it worked. Let me see if I can go present the screen. That mug just gave me some steps. And let's see if we got it. And look at that. Still not sharing. Crazy. Hey, this is wild. Hey, this is wild. This mug is straight blocking me from sharing this video. This is straight crazy. And I'm literally following the steps. Let me see something real quick. Yeah, that's crazy. It says it right here that my continue allowing StreamYard to access your camera and microphone. Like that's literally clicked. Like, there's no reason why this should be happening. Literally. It's not even blocked. And StreamYard is allowed, YouTube is allowed. So like, this shouldn't even be no problem. It should not be a problem at all. Like, this crazy. Can't be great out here. AMC, what's happening? Jay Cheyenne, what's happening? Oh yeah, Pimp C was, hey, Chad Butler was definitely the OG for real. Definitely the OG. That's what the game is missing, my man's right now. And that's real. Hold up. Okay. Now we might got a little action. Now, hold on. We might got a little action. I think we got some action. Hold up. It looked a little weird though, so hold on. Let me remove that. All right, I think we done figured it out now. Hold up. All right, let me go ahead and pull this video up now. I think we got some action. Had a little technical difficulty. I think we in this thing now. We done figure something out. We about to make it work now. Let me go ahead and share Brother Pimp. Hold up. Might have to share this thing in a weird way, but we about to do it. All right. There we go. All right, yeah, y'all see it. Let's go ahead and tap in and listen to Pastor Pimp with his message for the day. Let's tap in. We're going to start off with Bun saying some little things, but
you know,
Pastor
people,
Pimp,
I want to say,
let's listen.
It's the only reason two men can really call themselves friends or partners or homies. Can't start with lies. You can't build on lies. And you know what I'm saying? When it's all over, you know what I'm saying? Can't be no lies a part of it. Everything between me and him, regardless of how we may deal with everybody else, I'm 100 with him. He 100 with me. That's the only way we gonna make it.
That's part of the G code. We got to stay 100, as Bun said, as Pastor Bun said, with each other, man. We got to be truthful. That's key. But let's get to Pastor Pimp, man. This is beautiful. This sermon Pastor Pimp about to give us is beautiful, man. Let me go ahead and play that.
In the beginning, it's always been we. Ain't never been.
And watch this, Bun. I'm gonna say this too. These niggas out there think this shit is cool, but it ain't cool. Me and this man ain't never been butt naked in no room together with no hoes, pulling no orgy type shit or doing none of that whole ass shit you niggas out there be doing, thinking you doing some fly shit. Nigga, if you in a room naked with some other niggas and some broad, them niggas looking at your ass. And if that shit is gay and you need to get on some other shit, me and this man got nothing but respect for each other. We ain't never put no train. We ain't no motherfucking freaks. We some family men. We getting it paper. You know what I'm talking about? And I had to put that out there, Bun, because a lot of niggas doing a lot of fugazi shit out here, man. You know what I'm saying? These niggas, they flip-floppy, they pitching and they catching with these boys, and they doing all this. So, and if you gay, that's cool, but be gay and come on out and be that. Don't be in front of us and acting like a straight-up G, and then you get over here and you letting these boys bust up your back. Because, you know, it gonna come to the light. And yeah, I want to put that out there, man. This man ain't never seen me naked. I ain't never seen him naked. We don't desire to do no shit like that. We ain't going out like that. And we were wild young teenagers.
We before that X, you know, that X, yeah. A lot of that shit fucking with a lot of these boys' heads. I don't know. Maybe they using X as an excuse.
All right, man. Let me come back to the situation here, man. Y'all heard Pastor Pimp, man. Y'all heard Pastor Pimp. He was tired of the nonsense, man. I'm gonna have to play that back probably another 5 minutes because those words just resonate, man. It's some beautiful words spoken by Pastor Pimp. He was talking about him and Bun. They ain't never seen each other naked and they don't desire to be on no type of time like that. Straight up. You know, nowadays we live in a society where people actually question your manhood now when you say stuff like that. Man, I don't want to see, I don't care. I don't want to be around another dude when he naked, man. I ain't on that type of time. I don't desire to be in that atmosphere. You know, I don't desire to be in no room with another dude that got his whole ass out. I ain't on that type of time, man. I don't know type of time, man. When he talking about the orgies and all that, y'all know who them Diddy parties. And he said the stuff gonna come to light. Pastor Pimp said that. Pastor Pimp said that, man. He said the stuff was gonna come to the light. And what's happening now? What's happening now? What's coming to the light? Pastor Pimp knew what's up. He knew what was up back then, and he told us back then that it was gonna come to the light. Now, a lot of us also knew what was going on back then. You know, some of us didn't have the evidence. You know, some of us we just kind of suspected certain things was going on. But you know, Pastor Pimp spoke on it and said it's gonna come to the light. They out here performing all of these rituals, man, having all these sex parties and orgies and things like that, man. I'm trying to tell y'all, fam. We trying to tell it's some of us that's been trying to tell y'all, man, that's part of that industry, fam. And you got it when certain people don't reach a certain industry, that's because they didn't advance in that room in them Diddy parties. It was levels and layers to the Diddy parties. You know, you might have went to a Diddy party. You got plenty of people that saying, well, I was at the Diddy parties and I ain't see none of that. It's because you didn't go up them steps, boy. You didn't go up them steps. You may not have been invited to go up them steps. So just because you didn't see something at the Diddy party you went to don't mean it wasn't happening. You just didn't go up them steps. You didn't enter them doors. You weren't invited to that part of the party. Best believe that stuff goes on in them parties. Best believe that that's a main part and portion of that particular industry, especially if you want to reach a certain level, a certain status in that industry. That's why I disconnected from a lot of what was going on in that industry from the artists I was listening to. That's why I started strictly listening to underground artists, man. You know, that's why my knowledge based on underground music, especially hip hop, is so wide, man. Because I'm like, I couldn't listen to a lot of them mainstream cats that I just felt like was on that type of time. Couldn't listen to it because we don't rock like that. We don't rock like that, man. Like I've always, what Pimp C said is something that I always felt. Man, I was never one of them dudes, even back in high school and stuff when I was outside. I was never one of them dudes that had to go do something with the homeboy, run trains on them. I'm like, man, I'm good, bro. Like, let me go. I want this chick to myself. You know, I ain't trying to be doing all that with a bunch of other dudes in the room. What is we doing? Weirdos. Like, I was never on that type of time. So when Pimp C spoke that, man, that's why I said that resonated with me, because I ain't never have to be on that type of time, man. Getting butt naked and it's like 4 or 5 dudes in this room and man, come on, man. Those are those type of vibes, man. You will thrive at a Diddy party if you enjoy them type of vibes. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you will thrive in that environment. And again, like I say, you sisters who think dudes boring for being on what I'm talking about and what Brother Pimp was talking about, hey, that's on y'all. Because then y'all go get these dudes who be in all that extra freaky nonsense that I'm talking about. And then you go find out that they on the DL. And like I said, your feelings hurt, you depressed, you're sad, all of that. I'll put an end to certain things quickly, man. There's certain things that I'm just not going for. You know, when it comes to that type of stuff, man, there's certain principles that I stand on, man. I ain't about to be into it's some things that I'm just not into. Man, I'm just not gonna do it. Straight up. I ain't doing it. That ain't the type of time I'm on. You know, so if you a sister and you come across a brother that's like that, you better appreciate that brother. You better appreciate that brother. Instead of calling them boring and all that, you better appreciate it. Better appreciate it. Nobody got time for all of that. When you get with these dudes and they're allowing you to do any and everything to them, man, you got you one. You got you a Diddy. You know what I'm saying? Like you got you one of them. And it's, again, as Pimp C said, it's gonna come to the light. Everything that you need to know about sweetness there is gonna come to the light. You getting a dude, he allowing you to do any and everything to him, and you don't see the problem, and you surprised? You be surprised when you be surprised. Like they be surprised when that type of dude, they find out that he on the DL, or they just find out he just out here. Come on now, Sweet T, what's happening? Hey Blaze, that's the joint. All right, man, Pimp C, man, listen. He got on sipping on some syrup and take that monkey shit off. You embarrassing us. Like Pimp, I'm trying to tell you, if it's some words that I live by from a particular artist, Pimp C done said some things that I live by. You know, and that was back then. Like it was like late 90s, early 2000s when he telling you to take that monkey shit off. Y'all embarrassing us. Just think if he was alive today to see all the monkey shit that these dudes be wearing today. If he had to tell dudes to take the monkey shit off in about early 2000s, what you think he would be telling dudes today in 2024 going into 2025 with all the monkey shit they be wearing? What you think he'd be saying now? Peace to everybody that's tapping in. The way these dudes be dressing now, oh my god, Pimp C would be having heart complications, fam. He couldn't take it. Especially the dudes in the entertainment industry, these athletes, man, it's like when they get the money, it's like that's their cue to go dress like a weirdo. It's like, oh, okay, man, we got 100 million. Now we just about to wear all the weirdest looking clothes we can. We about to dress as close as we can to a woman out here. Like dudes be wearing the weirdest of clothes, and then people got the nerve to sit here and want to tell me and other folks who critique that we don't have a sense of style. Come on, fam, be real, man. What type of sister are you if you want your dude to be out here basically outdressing you? You know what I'm saying? Y'all got on similar clothes. What type of you sisters like that? You want to go out with your dude and y'all both wearing a skirt and y'all both got a purse? Y'all both wearing a skirt and y'all both got a purse. Y'all cool with that? Let me know something. Those are the type of dudes you want to talk to. You rocking with this dude and y'all going out and he got on a skirt, you got on a skirt. You got a purse, he got a purse. Come on, man. Come on. You got on high heels, he got on high heels. And you cool with that? You mean tell me you gonna be cool with that? No, you're not. Yo, dude dressed more feminine than you. Hell, you got on jeans, he got on a skirt. Nigga might as well put on perfume. Like these dudes be out here weird, man. Weirdos, for real. Blake, they don't have any principles, values, none of that. Like none of that. None of that. I ain't wearing none of them weird clothes. I ain't gonna never do it. You ain't gonna never. You see me in something weird, something happened to me. They didn't got to me. Y'all better check in on your boy. Wearing none of that weird nonsense. I ain't never been on that type of time, and I'm never going to be on that type of time. If what I got on is outdated, so be it. Because I'm never trying to be in style. I'm never trying to wear what's popping and what's popular. So I don't care about something being outdated. Oh, don't nobody wear that no more. Yes, they do, because I got it on. I don't care about none of that. And I had a young bull tell me what people don't wear nowadays. I say, no, y'all don't wear that. It ain't got nothing to do with me. I was like, little homie, you like 14. I ain't trying to wear what 14-year-olds wearing. I don't care what y'all wear. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care. Man, they don't wear that no more. That's what's up. That means I'm doing a good job. If they don't wear it anymore, I'm doing a good job. You know, if I got some stuff on and they still wearing it, that's a problem. Because of the weird nonsense that be out here trending, man. Shout out to the people shout out to the young bulls and all of that that looked up to the coaches from back in the day, and they trying to keep some of that stuff in style, man. That's a basketball player right now named Trey Mann. Think he played for the Hornets. He trying to bring back the baggy shorts, man. Like, thank you. And he out here dressing like Allen Iverson was back in the day. Thank you, brother. Keep hope alive. Everybody that strives to keep the hope alive, I'm with it. You know, you go on, you trying to shop online as a man, and just everything is tight fit, and everything is just tight. Like, mugs can't wear nothing that it ain't gonna be extra baggy, but my goodness, man, I don't want to. Everything got to be tight. Hey, Curtis, what's happening? Yeah, it's definitely hypnosis going on, man. That's been going on for a minute, though. You know. Hey, Blaze, man, I'm trying to tell you, man, dudes out here, it's rough out here. It's rough out here. And I'm going out with my lady, and I got a bigger purse than she got. What are we doing? What are we doing, man? I'm about to start dressing like the Wu-Tang members back in 1995. Throw me some Timbs on with some extra baggy jeans and a hoodie out here. To combat all of this stuff that I be seeing going on, man. It's wild, man. It's wild. And we be on here talking about red flags. And and they gonna question me more than they gonna question that. Red flags. Man, y'all be looking right past these red flags. All of this stuff be on y'all. Y'all be getting with these dudes. Y'all be ignoring these red flags. And I don't want to hear anything about people changing up, or you didn't know that such and such was. Yes, you did. You just overlooked it. You overlooked it, just like you overlooked a lot of things in your life. I'm sick of folks getting into relationships, man, and acting surprised by things that they find out simply because they was just remaining ignorant to some things that was right in their faces. Shut up. I don't have any sympathy for that. These people ain't just drastically changing their personalities overnight. These people ain't just drastically changing because y'all had a baby. Man, that is the same brother man that he was a year ago. You just paying more attention now. And it's your fault for not paying more attention a year ago. That's on you. That ain't his fault. He didn't just wake up and change. Nah. He didn't just wake up and become down low. You know what I mean? He been doing that. And the signs was right there. Just chose to ignore him. Chose to ignore him. And then your circumstances shifted in a way that forced you to kind of focus a little bit more and pay more attention. And then that's when you like, oh, okay. You should have been doing that from the jump. Should have been doing that for the jump, man. Y'all be chasing the wrong things. When it comes to these dudes be chasing the wrong things when it comes to these women sometimes. You be chasing the wrong things, man. Chasing the wrong thing, man. Then you get what it is that you didn't fixated in your mind to believe is best for you. Once you get that, that's when you start ignoring all the things that's just a red flag. You ignoring all that because you have constructed this image of the perfect guy in your mind, in your world, based off how society has influenced you. you know, then you go get them, and now all the trash that they doing, you overlook it until a situation, a circumstance pops up, and now you actually paying more attention, aka you pregnant. Now, when you got a child that could potentially come into the mix, now your antennas are up. Now you focus because you like, wait a minute, you know, wait a minute. Now we about to have a baby. Now I gotta focus a little bit more on the ways and actions of such and such. Before a baby was about to be brought into the picture, oh, you didn't have to, you wasn't focusing, but you should have been focusing like that. Like, come on now. And Jay, and it's crazy that we got to even say the Sean John jeans, you know, considering who Sean John is. What Jeezy said, I could fit 100,000 in these Sean John jeans. You know, these can't nobody fit 100,000 in these tight jeans they wearing now. These compression jeans that they be wearing now, you can't fit $2 in them jeans. Straight up. Oh, you like, hey, for sure. That, hey, that's like yin and yang. Like we deal with balance. Hey, too far in any direction is a problem. It's a problem. Too far in any direction is a problem. People don't understand that, man. It's about balance. Too far in any direction. That's almost like that's when they say about a woman, like when she stopped asking and things like that, that's a problem. You know, when she just basically when she appears to be too understanding, like it's a problem. When there's like no concern, like, oh, I'm about to just go out with the fellas and hey, okay. That's a problem. Like when she stops displaying concern or she doesn't question you in regards to, man, why you keep going out with you, like where you about to go, like when she don't be doing any of those things and she's not inquiring, it's a problem. It's a problem. Oh, Blaze, for sure. That's why I'm glad I kind of got my own space as far as my occupation, because I fumble with that quite often. Man, I can't be all that what you identify as and identify with. See, we should have never allowed that, you know? We should have never allowed that to become a thing, man, because that's ridiculous. Man, like I feel sorry for these babies right now. Like the level of confusion that you got to raise children with now is crazy. Like, how do you explain that? How do you explain that somebody that's born a guy looks just like me, that's a guy, that's a man, that I can just wake up one day and decide to tell the world to refer to me as a woman because that's what I choose to identify as? How do you explain that, man? How you explain that? How are we explaining that? That's ridiculous, man. That's ridiculous. Like, all right, you know, we gonna let all right, the homosexual stuff, cool. We letting y'all rock. Then now they just want to take it too far. Took it too far. Like we was getting to the point where it's like, all right, man, that ain't bothering me. That ain't But then now we gotta take it too far. What is it? The fairies, man, Mudge just identifying as everything. Like, man, come on, man. Like, let's stop. But I told y'all where that was gonna go, though. Told y'all where that was gonna go. I spoke on this 10 plus years ago. Unfortunately, those pages got deleted where I was saying this stuff. But I told them the cycle. Back in the day, homosexuality was viewed as a mental disorder. That's a fact. You know, anybody get offended by that, whatever. I wasn't controlling the world back then, but that's how it was viewed. You could go watch Sanford and Son. You go watch shows that came out back in the day, and they was able to make those type of remarks that would be considered homophobic remarks on national TV. Like you could write that in the script, and that's part of the show, and everybody laughed at it. You know what I mean? You can't do that now. So that was a mental disorder back in the day. They worked hard, got that accepted. That became normal. Then I said, boom, the plan normalize that. Then we're gonna work on pedophilia, which they in the process of that, and then bestiality, relationships with animals, and that's white people thing. Yo, white people always kissing their dogs and kissing animals, straight up, straight up. That's like that. That's the cycle. Normalize that. Normalize pedophilia. Normalize bestiality. Which again, they're already working on those things in certain areas. You know, in certain areas, this stuff is already pretty much accepted. LG, what's happening? The true thing you say, my bro wife was using Cash App, sending money to her ex-boyfriend behind his back. Hold up, man. All right, hold on. Let me read this. Let me read this to myself one more time. Let me read this. My bro wife. So your bro wife was using Cash App. So your bro wife was using Cash App, sending money to her ex-boyfriend behind his back. And the only way he found out was her best friend. All right. So hold on. Bro wife was using Cash App, sending money. Okay. So I was at first I'm like, she couldn't have been using, she wasn't using his Cash App. I'm going to have to assume, because that's how I almost read it at first. That's why I had to read it 3-4 more times. Bro wife was using Cash App, sending money to her ex-boyfriend behind his back. And the only way he found out was her best friend. Hey, with stuff like that, because I've seen situations of that nature, there are small patterns, small things you could pay attention to kind of catch that type of vibe and that type of time. Small little things that you could catch. Trying to tell you, boy, pay attention. But hey, shout out to, well, I don't know how he found out from the best friend, but hey, long as he found out, because that's foul. Hey, Elijah, for sure. Now, here's the thing with that. This is what they're striving to do, as far as having the right example. Which, agreed. But here's what they are trying to do in society. They are trying to destroy the influence of the parent by having the parents being forced to overwork themselves, which would remove themselves from the child's life. Like this day and time, man, a lot of people, man, are just working, they're having to work 2-3 jobs to basically keep the lights on and provide a decent livelihood or life for their child, to the point where they're not as physically active as they would like to be. So then when you find yourself, when you find yourself in that type of situation with your child, next thing you know, society, their environment, their gadgets are about to influence them, about to influence their peers. All of that is about to happen. So that's what they are striving to do. That's why, hey, that's part of the reason why these prices are doing what they're doing, like inflation and all of that. Man, it's making people have to work a lot more and a lot harder, you know? So we have to learn how to work smarter these days so we can remain those strong and powerful influences in our children's lives, for sure. Because they striving to put an end to that. These schools, these after school activities, all of that is starting to have all of that is really having your child a lot more than you. And then when it comes to the weekend, and now you got to work this extra job because things are tight, that's another problem. Now, again, their environment, their neighborhood, their peers, these gadgets, that's going to raise them. So, yeah, when you are physically present enough, you can neutralize all the toxicity that's coming their way from society. But when society pulls you in a direction where it's like removing you from the life of your child, then they about to be influenced one way or another. So we got to work hard to combat that. And I feel like it's a lot harder now than it was back in the day to combat all of the nonsense, because it's a lot more nonsense to combat today. It's so much stuff that you got to explain these days. It's ridiculous, because children are inquisitive naturally. So even when you send them off on the right path, like, they gonna come back with questions, because they gonna see things. Because of the way the world is, they making you accept everything. They throwing everything in your face and making it hard for us to critique these things. So now these kids are just being exposed to things that they shouldn't be exposed to at 5 and 6. So now they coming and asking you these questions that you got to be able to answer. You got to have the time to answer. That's what society is on. That's how they mold and groom the future. Boom. We need to remove the influence of the parent. So let's raise everything up and have them work so much to where they're not able to spend as much time with their children. They just give them these devices because they need to go to sleep, because they got to work job number 2, job number 3. And then on these devices, we going to sneak in all the stuff that we need them to see. And then when they get 2025, now we got the world moving the way that we wanted it to move. That's what they on. Hey, Glow, what's happening? Yeah, MC. Hey, Fred, Sanford and Sons, my favorite show of all time. That's the greatest show of all time for me. Straight up. Terenzo, what's happening? Hey, Jay, that 50 Cent book is one of my favorite books. 50 Cent, now, after his, like, maybe first 2 albums, and he got a bunch of little corny songs I don't really fool with like that. But 50 Cent is one of the few people that's at that level in the industry to where I semi think my man's is a little bit legit. And he ain't did any other freaky nonsense. Just for me kind of tapping into his story, reading his books, and just for things I have observed, 50 Cent might be one of the ones that I would say is not involved in all of that freaky nonsense. One of the few. Hey, Mike B, what's happening? The true things, man. And it's crazy because your name correlates with how my man should feel about that. Like, the true things, like, that's crazy. But that's how I be, though. That's how I be. That's how I be, man. That's how I be, man. That's why at the end of the day, that's why you always gotta kind of keep your head on the swivel, man, and just stay doing the knowledge, stay observing, and never really kind of let your guards down to the point where, again, when something like that happens, it's shocking to you. Like, that's what detachment is all about. It's like detachment is me understanding that everybody is capable of wrongdoing. Everybody is capable of betraying you. That's not saying everybody will betray me. That's not me expecting everybody to betray me, but it's me understanding that everybody is capable of doing that. No matter what it is that they are saying to me, everybody is capable of doing that. Just like everybody is capable of doing me some good. So I'm never going to be surprised when something like that happens. So I'm always keeping my eyes open so I can see everything. I'm not throwing the shades on and ignoring certain things like, oh, they'll never do that. I'll never have to suspect that. Nah, see, that's when you get got. That's when you get got, for sure. So that man, listen. If a show, I can't remember the exact year that this all started, but like I'm gonna say, man, I'm gonna say from hypothetically from 2020 on, from 2019, 2018 on up now. If you write a script and you want your show to be on any of these platforms, on any of these streaming services and on TV, it's got to have an element of that in it. And it used to be it just has to have an element of it in it, like a slight element of it in it. Now, like it almost got to dominate the show or the movie. Like it's got to have a main role, you know, in the movie. You get sick of it. But see, it reached a point where I almost had to catch myself, man. It reaches a point to where like that's how they get you. What is it? Desensitized. Like it gets to a point to where you like, it's nothing I can do about it. They just gonna have this stuff all in the shows. So you start off getting mad, you start off getting irritated, and then you keep seeing it, this repetition, you know, desensitizing you to it. So you keep seeing it, and now you just like, man, whatever. You now have accepted it. Because at first you was irritated, like, man, why is this always in the show? So now it's like, yep, you expecting it, and it's just whatever, man. They're gonna put it in the show. That's how they get us to accept these things. And that's how they get us to view these things as normal and no problem. They just keep beating us over the head with it to the point it's like, man, what can we do? It's gonna be on it. It's gonna be on the show. If I watch a movie, that's gonna be in there. Whatever. I can't do anything about it. So I went from irritation to now I've just accepted it. That's how they do it. They know if they keep beating us over the head with it, at some point we just gonna be like, it is what it is. Hey, Elijah, I'm trying to tell you, talking to the youth honestly is the key. And exposing them to certain things before society does so that you can control the narrative of what they see. If you trying to shelter them to certain things is trash because they gonna get exposed to it one way, shape, or form. You know, so it's certain things that you have to reveal to them so that you can control the narrative, you know, so you can control the definition, you know, instead of allowing their peers to show it to them and their peers controlling the narrative. Like, nah, some things you need to expose them to so that you can describe it, define it, and explain it versus allowing society to do it. Because then now when society exposes it to them and the society hits them with their narrative, that child's mind is impressionable. They're going to accept that narrative. Opposed to, I already exposed them to it. I explained it to them. Now they're going to challenge the narrative that was given to them by society. Like, hold on, man, my pop said, or my aunt said, this means X, Y, and Z. Or if I keep doing what they telling me to do in this song, it's gonna lead me to this. Versus them glorifying it. You know, so that's the thing. Like when they let me listen to the music that wasn't necessarily favorable, they explained to me, like it was certain things that was explained to me about the music that I was listening to in regards to some of the stuff that they were saying they were going to do or that they were doing in the songs. So once I got that information, I was able to look at it more as an art form and entertainment. And a lot of these folks are lying. A lot of these folks are not doing what it is that they're doing. And even if they are, it's going to be met with consequences and repercussions. That was explained to me versus me just thinking this is, oh, if I go out here and do all of what they say do, I'll make all this money. No. Explain these things. Like, explain these things. Man, the wife's in the building. Y'all say peace to the wife for sure. Man, yeah, Red Fox, Richard Pryor, head of their time. Red Fox and Richard Pryor was ahead of their times, 1,000%. Man, some of these entertainers, some of them folks back in the day, boys, the ones that deceive, man, I miss some of them. Boy, like I said, Pimp C, Red Fox, these folks was alive today, boy, it'd be great. You know? If these folks was alive today, things would be great. I would pay to see I would pay to see a Red Fox or a Pimp C having a YouTube channel. I would pay for something like that. I would pay for it. I would pay a bunch of money. I go broke just watching them on YouTube this day and time. Boy, that'd be some hilarious stuff, man. They wouldn't last long, but it'd be hilarious for the time they would be on here. Like for real. Oh yeah, I'm trying to tell you, man. That stuff be in all the, like I said, man. They put that stuff in movies and shows that just doesn't even be making any sense. Like they be making some stuff. Like they make some things very gay and very homosexual that you don't need to. Why is this even in this show? You know, why is it? You can tell that it was forced. But again, people argue with me up and down that the stuff is not forced. There is no agenda. Fam, I've spoken on this like 1,000 times. But when you tell me in an industry that is referred to as entertainment, when you tell me that an entertainment industry, an aspect of that industry, they don't have an agenda, it's got to be the dumbest statement I've ever heard in my life. When you are in the entertainment industry, whether you are doing music, whether you are writing the scripts, whether you acting, whatever it is, everybody has an agenda. You are trying to get your music heard and accepted by a certain demographic. You are trying to get your movie script approved and accepted so that it can reach a certain demographic. So what do you mean folks don't have agendas? Fam, if I'm writing a movie, there is an agenda to the movie script. I'm trying to, first of all, get a certain message out there, and I'm trying to get a certain type of audience to accept my movie script or my movie. Like, that's an agenda. I don't think people know the definition of agenda. But to act like agendas don't exist in that industry is wild. That whole industry revolves around agendas. Man, if I could get the LGBTQ community to rock with my movie, that's a bunch of money. These people have in that industry, these corporations that run these industries, they have marketing departments. Study all groups of people. They study consumer behavior. They can tell you how much money the LGBTQ community spends on entertainment a year. So they know how profitable it is to target that particular demographic. So best believe they have an agenda to incorporate that. If they feel like if I get the support from this group and that group and this group, it's gonna make me all this money. So again, there is definitely an agenda. When you see that in a show, it was intentionally inserted. And that's just a fact. I don't know why people just don't feel like that's a fact. Like you had to force that in there. Oh yeah, Robin Harris for sure. Oh yeah, Terenzo. Hey, I used to do that in school. Zoning out, but still listening. King Me, peace, what's happening? Oh, Elijah, hey, for sure. Like they don't be. Like they really don't be. Everything to me, everything has taken a hit quality wise. Like quality wise and just from a substance standpoint, we live in an era now where people that we recycle, we sound like mugs don't be original. Like mugs do not be original, whether it be shows, whether it be music. I think it's just the originality. The originality is gone. It's gone, fam. Like it's it that's gone. Like it's it. People are not original. too young. Teach them early. They stop sleep. Shoot, these adults don't be understanding. Like, you can't teach these adults, man. You can teach them children though. These adults are the ones that's the problem. Try to teach them. No, how they be moving because these are adults. You can't tell them anything. Listen, they had the one of those power shows, right? Was it Force? And they made him gay. He don't even give you gay vibes in the show. Like, what is he gay for? Like, he don't even need to be gay. And then got a whole son. So now they make him gay, and then they also make him have a family. That's the new thing they pushing. It used to be just make him gay, make somebody gay, or have that gay element in it. Now they gotta not only make him gay, but then they also got to have kids and they put that part in it now. Like, that's what they own now. The young people get a gay at 5 on the show now, and then it be a whole family element to it. That's what they really own now. They really own that part. It used to just be, hey, just make somebody on the show gay. Now, no, we gotta have the gay kid and the parents gay, everything gay. We gotta have all that. And then you, if you do have a black man in the show, he the weakest person on the show, the weakest person. So if you do got a black man that's like a father or something, he is the weakest person on that joint. Weakest person on the show or in the movie, weak. Don't run nothing, just weak. Probably gonna get killed first. When they have a horror flick, the black person die first. Nowadays that black man, he gonna die first, and he done left the family. Now the woman got to fight for the family. They kill off the black man in the family. Man, King Me, hey, that baddie stuff is crazy. Like, I thought Muggs was joke because apparently they had just came here to St. Louis and they was like baddies in town. And I'm like, what? I'm like, what y'all mean? And then they told me about the show. I hadn't heard about the show, but I'm like, they in town, and I was like, for what? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, what do they do? Like, what are they touring? What are they coming in town for? I was confused. Like, it was just like, all the baddies in town. I'm like, doing what? What are they performing? Like, what are they doing? Why are you going to see them? I didn't get it. I was lost. When Muzz was telling me they in St. Louis, I was like really confused. I was like, I don't understand. Like, why? Why are they here? Like, what are they doing? What is the attraction? Why would I go leave my crib to go somewhere where they are at? I didn't understand that. I didn't get it. Like, and people in St. Louis, them chicks in St. Louis, I guess apparently they do a lot of fighting on that show or whatever. Apparently, I don't know. I ain't watched it, but apparently they do a lot of fighting on that show. Hence the name baddies, I guess. So I say, oh, this is what okay. So nothing has changed. But people want to argue with me up and down about progress. Okay. I don't want to be the Debbie Downer or the bearer of bad news. I don't like to be that guy. But I'm one of the ones that I don't believe we have made as much progress as people would like to believe. Everybody want to throw all this stuff like the right to vote, all that type of stuff in my face. Like, if you think that's progress, I feel sorry for you. I feel sorry for you. That's part of the reason I believe we have not made as much progress. We still out here gravitating towards toxicity. We still are attracted to what's negative for the most part. And when you are not attracted to that type of stuff, you are still an outcast. You are still the black sheep of the family, of the crowd. So how have we made progress? When if I like something that's positive, that has substance, that has a message behind it, I'm still the outcast. That's not progress, because that's how things have pretty much always been since we've been indoctrinated. That's not progress, fam. To where if you got a show where chicks just fighting and arguing, that these people that own that type of show can boost their net worth versus a dude or a woman that is educating. If you had a show full of people, full of women reading books and educating the masses, they wouldn't be able to go on a tour out here. They wouldn't be able to attract millions of followers and subscribers. They wouldn't be able to get sponsorship deals and endorsement deals. That wouldn't happen. So again, what type of progress are we talking about? Look at that, man. They tried to buffer my screen. Now here we go. Buffering the screen. But psychologically, mentally, the mentality aspect of progress, which is what I'm talking about, in that realm, we the conditions that we are in. And that's an actual fact. Content these days. All right, they playing with my screen, fam. Like now, all of a sudden we buffering. Come on now. But what is the most popular content, fam? When you get on these platforms, what type of content is typically going viral? Go ahead and inform me. What type of content is typically going viral? Is it positive content? Is it educational content? So let me know something. Let me know something. What type of content is typically going viral? Last time I checked, it had nothing to do with being informed, being educated, being positive and uplifting. Every now and again, you may see that happen, and that's trick knowledge. To where like every now and then, let something positive go viral so that they can think, oh, we making progress. Oh, look at that. Nah. 99% of the time, when you look at what's going viral, when you look at what people are sharing and talking about these days, it is 99% of the time, it is drama related. It is negativity. It is toxicity. It is unhealthy conversation, unhealthy dialogue, back and forth. They told you drama sells and sex sells, and you believe that you bought it. You bought it. Crazy thing is, they told you that those things sell simply because they manufactured that in your mind. They made you crave drama. They made you crave sex, and then told you that's what sells. That's how deep they get with it. They made you crave it, then told you that's what sells. Made you crave it, and then told you that's what sells. That's what you have to do if you want to make money. Nah, they not. They leaving out the part that they made you crave it. So just like they can make you crave that, they can make you crave positivity. They can make you crave optimism. They can make you crave education, and they can reverse the narrative and tell you education sells. They did that. They made you. They literally did that. I'm telling you, that's how they do it. They do that with food. They do that with all of the products. They desire for the product, and they use a lot of fancy packaging, a lot of fancy labeling. This is how they do it. The aroma, the smell, they create a desire for it, and then they're gonna tell you that's what sells. No, no, no. You didn't know that you listen. Before a honey bun came into existence, it wasn't people weren't out here saying, man, I want honey buns. Somebody had to create that type of craving and desire for that product in order for that to happen in the first place. So they had to lace this thing up with a bunch of chemicals that they knew would reel you in. But there was a point of time in society where there wasn't a such thing as a honey bun. Then all of a sudden now you got a honey bun. How did that happen? Fam, they created a desire, they created a craving for the chemicals that they placed inside of the honey bun before the honey bun became a thing. Then they hit you with the honey bun, and now the desire and the craving was already there. So now the job is easy, fam. They can create the craving and desire for anything. That's not what that's the part they leave out. So when you start saying things like drama sells and sex sells, no, everything sells, fam. Everything sells. From a marketing standpoint, everything sells. You literally just got to know how to create the desire for it, create the craving for it. That's all they did. That's all they did, fam. They made us crave dysfunction. They made us crave drama and sex. Then they sold it to us and then told us that is what sells and made us believe that's all. That's what we have to do. Nope. Nope. I'm telling you how that works. Telling you how it works. So stop spitting that narrative where drama sells and sex sells. Man, education sells, all of that sells, fam. All of that sells. You just got to learn marketing. You got to learn the tactics and techniques that they've used. You know, so the same way they can manipulate people into craving and having this desire for the negativity, we got to do the same stuff when it comes to positivity. Clarence for sure. Shanu, peace, what's happening? Tony, you already know. For real, that's that chemical warfare, you know? Like straight up. Just think about a lot of the things that we are currently addicted to that at one point didn't exist, like a smartphone, a laptop. There were plenty of time. There was a time in society where these things didn't exist and people were getting around just fine. You didn't know 40 years ago that you needed a smartphone because you don't need one. So now they got us walking around thinking that we need a smartphone when 40 years ago, everybody was functioning just fine without a smartphone. So why do you think in 2024 that we need one? Again, they created that desire, they created that craving to the point where we think we actually need these things to live and exist. We do not need, you can exist just fine without a smartphone because we did it. You learn how to read a map. Like you don't need, like we did this. We do not need these things to exist. We lived in a period of time, and then 40 years ago is a stretch. We go back 30. Go back 20. We had these smartphones. So again, most of the things that we tap into at one point didn't exist. And they created this craving and this desire, man. So again, just like they can do that for all of these devices, they can do that for stuff that's positive. They just choose not to. And they got you believing that there is no desire, no craving for stuff that's positive. No, it's plenty of people, such as myself, that like positivity. That like stuff that's healthy. You know what I'm saying? There's plenty of people in my demographic. Plenty of people in my demographic. You know, but they don't want you to know that. They don't want you to know that it's thousands, it's millions of people, such as myself. They don't want you to know that. Because then that may shift the momentum here. You know, you may have more people say, oh, okay. Just imagine if the youth saw more positive people doing positive things, becoming billionaires and millionaires instead of corrupt folks, instead of freaky folks, you know, instead of wicked folks, instead of people rapping about destruction. Just imagine if they saw folks rapping it, but that's why they had to neutralize conscious rap. You know, because now we able to see dudes rapping about fighting the power and they earning a livelihood. Hold on, that's changing the game. Fam, wait a minute. So I can go out here, man, I can read some books and I can put Malcolm X I can rock a Malcolm X shirt and cap and I can make $1 million? Oh, I ain't know that's a possibility. Oh, that's what's up. They had to put an end to that quickly. Nah, we can't have that. Whoa. No, buddy. We can't have that existing. We can't have young people thinking that they can talk about Malcolm X and then become millionaires. No, oh no. Oh no, let's stop that. Let's stop that for sure. Like that, they had to neutralize it, you know. So again, if folks saw more positivity, if the young bulls saw more positivity hitting the airwaves, and they saw these folks becoming millionaires and billionaires, that would shift the narrative. Folks wouldn't think, these young bulls wouldn't think they had to get on here and do some crazy and wild nonsense to boost their status up, to boost their rank. Like straight up, to boost the rank, man, let me do something wild and crazy. Let me do something wild and crazy and extravagant, you know, because I have to. Versus if they saw more positive things, man, more positive speeches, more educational speeches. If that stuff was going viral, if they were seeing that, that's that balance that we be talking about. That balance that they don't want to be on display. They don't want that balance to be on display, man, and that's a fact. Just like, again, in the music industry, they don't want that balance to be on display. They only want you to see that one side. They want you to see all these women out here that's talking about absolutely nothing. They want you to see them. They want you to see them on top, so to speak. They need you to see that. You know, so if you think, hey, if you're thinking about making music and you want to make money in this industry, this what you got, this what your content got to be on. We can't show you a Lauryn Hill type of substance and content generating millions. No, we done with that. We done with that. We gotta show you the sexy reds. We got to show you the Glorrillas. We got to show you all of them cats. We got to show you that. We can't show you balance. You know, we can't show you balance. We can't show you Rhapsody like that. We can't show you Jean Grey like they're going to buffering again. You know, that's what they gotta make. That's what they gotta make you think. And then it gets to the point to where, because now we equate money, or we equate attention, status, followers, all of that. We now equate that with talent. You know, so when you see 5.6 million subscribers on Instagram, like, oh, now young, they think talent. Oh, they talented. So now you gonna think that those people who, if you got two people in the same field and you got one that's got 5.6 million subscribers and you got one that got 150,000, well, you gonna think as a young bull that the one with the 5.6 million, they must be better at what they do. Hence why they got the 5.6. So now they are equating those numbers with talent. And we know that that's not what it is. But when they equate the numbers with talent, then they gonna mimic the people with the higher numbers. So if I see, oh, Sexy Red got 12.6 million subscribers and she flashing money and all that type of stuff, and then Jean Grey got 150,000, well, that must mean that Sexy Red is more talented than Jean Grey. That must mean she's better at her craft than Jean Grey. No, it's not what it means. But that's what they want you to believe and think. You know, so now you chasing the person that got the higher numbers because you think that's the person that mastered the craft, because you have equated subscribers, followers, and money to success or talent. I know better than that. I know better than that. I know that the rapper with the most followers and subscribers is not necessarily the most skilled rapper or the most skilled MC. It's a difference between most popular and most skilled and talented. So I know better than that, you know. But hey, a 9, 10-year-old, they may not know better than that. They may not know better, you know. So we gotta just know and understand the tricks that are being played on us, man. That's the tricks that are being played on the mind before people start talking to me about all this progress that we've made, man. Y'all, hey, again, y'all know, y'all know what time it is as far as like what season we in. We are in election season. I sit back and laugh every 4 years when it comes to this. I sit back and laugh at black people every 4 years when it comes to this type of time. I remain consistent. Like I sit back and laugh every 4 years because it'd be the same old song and dance, same old promises being made. Everybody trying to appeal to the black vote and black people. What can we do to look like we hip so that we can get black folks on our side and the support of the black people? Whoop-de-whoop, the popularity contest kicks in. All these overly dramatic commercials from each side looking like they promoting a wrestling event like WrestleMania. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just real over exaggerated and overly dramatic. Like we about to go watch WrestleMania 35. Like that's how this stuff is looking, man. It's corny. And we fall for it every 4 freaking years. And somebody got the nerve to tell me about progress. Come on, man. We still 2024 and we still looking for a savior. We still looking for a savior, fam. We still looking for a political savior. 2024 and we still collectively cannot agree that politics is a bunch of BS and is money driven and is corrupt. This is supposed to be elementary, rudimentary knowledge here. And it's 2024 and we still can't understand and grasp that politics is corrupt. Politicians are corrupt. They're going to lie to you so that they can get your support. And then they are going to have to do what they are instructed to do by folks that you don't see. How hard is this for us to grasp, fam? That is why every 4 years you are looking for a new savior. That's why that's happening. I do get it, but it is hilarious. Every 4 years, do we understand every 4 years we are looking for the same exact things to happen and that are not happening? Boy, you got to say yourself. You got to say yourself, man. Ain't no politician gonna save you. If any politician was gonna look out for, if any president was gonna look out for black folks, we would have got our reparations. Because that's something that has been owed to us forever. You know, so that right there would be when I would start paying attention. When one of them talking, when they legit not even talking about it, because they'll talk about it and be lying. But when one of them said, we gonna give y'all reparations, check your accounts tomorrow. Oh, that's when I pay attention. That's when I think some progress has been made. That's when I think some things are changing. Until then, I'm gonna continue to laugh. I'm gonna continue to view this stuff as the joke that it actually is. Until I wake up one day and they be like, check y'all accounts tomorrow, reparations will be deposited at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. This stuff is a joke. If y'all can, these little commercials are corny as hell, fam. This is like corny. Corny. These are the corniest commercials I've ever seen in my life. Donald Trump lied to the people and said this and that. Don't vote for Donald Trump. I'm Kamala Harris and I approve this message. Shut up, man. All that stuff is corny, fam. If you being persuaded by them commercials, you are a fool. If them commercials come on and you really like paying attention and you getting influenced by it, you are a fool. I'm Donald Trump and I approve this message. Nobody care if you approve it. Like that stuff is stupid, man. Those are the dumbest commercials, man. That's the dumbest commercials. You know, and again, if you take them commercials seriously, you might block me, delete me, curse me out, whatever. I don't care. I will call you a fool because it is real obvious how corny that nonsense is. Donald Trump said if he's elected, he's going to be for abortion and whoopty woo and whoopty wop. I'm Kamala Harris. I approve this man. What? Just be dumb, man. Just be dumb. Do you want somebody in office who doesn't care about the bodies of the women? I'm Kamala Harris. Like, come on, man. Come on. That stuff be hilarious. And we fall for it. We fall for it. We fall for it. Every 4 years. Every 4 years we fall for it. How you want to get how you want to die today? You want to get shot in the head or you want to get stabbed in the chest? A or B? How you want to die? Not realizing there's another option. How about neither? You know what I'm saying? Like, how about neither? How about neither option? That's an option. You want to get stabbed? Because it ain't just them. It's other people. You want to get stabbed in the chest. You want to get shot in the head. You want to drown. You want to get burnt to death. You want to get buried alive. Or how about neither? I'm going to choose neither. I'm going to choose neither. Man, like, neither is an option here. I'm going to choose that. I don't want to be burned alive. I don't want to drown. I don't want to be shot in the head. I don't want to be stabbed in the heart. I don't want to be stoned to death. I'm going to go with neither, fam. Like, neither. Like, there we go. That's a great option for you, boy. Right there. How about neither? How about I just walk away and don't go out any of those ways? That sounds like a more feasible option for me. Now, if you got a certain type of way that you like to go out and you tired of living, oh, okay. Then you might choose one of those options. But I still got some things to accomplish, so I'm going to go for neither. Yep. Diarrhea, constipation. Like, what you want, man? How you what you want to suffer from? What you want? Diabetes, cancer, heart disease. What you want? Let me know which one you want. How you diabetes, heart disease, cancer? Let me know. A, B, or C. Which one do you want? I don't want neither one, fam. Like, I don't want neither of that. I don't want any of those options. No. That's what they try to hit you with right there. Hey, Zaru, you say you got your voter report card again yet or no? Hey. I'm good. Hey, everybody that know me at this point, you know, when it comes to this particular time where I stand. And hey, again, if you want to do your vote thing, that's cool. But hey, don't criticize me and think don't be criticizing me and think I'm gonna be quiet for too long on it. So I'm gonna come at you. Oh, see, y'all part of the problem. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I'm okay. All right. Part of the freaking problem. Somebody like me is part of the problem. Hey, Ken, what's happening? Part of the freaking problem. Because I opt not to vote. Oh man, you disrespecting your ancestors. Because they died for your right to vote. No, they did not die. First of all, they were assassinated, they were murdered. And it ain't have anything to do with a right to vote. They were assassinated and murdered because of their pigmentation. You know what I mean? Because of their audacity, because of their lack of fear. So it ain't have anything to do with a right to vote. My ancestors did not die for my right to vote. My ancestors died because the white folks was wicked and devilish, and they assassinated and murdered my ancestors. That's what happened to my ancestors. They didn't die, they were murdered and they were assassinated, they were killed. So they didn't die for my right to do anything. They were murdered because they existed and because they were original people of the planet Earth. That's what really happened. So let's not try to soften up what happened. You know what I mean? Don't disrespect my ancestors by saying they died. No, they were killed. These ancestors that you speak about, some of them should still be living if them folks wasn't racist and them folks wasn't devils. So don't play with me like that. Don't ever tell me I'm disrespecting my ancestors because I choose not to vote. I'm pretty sure Malcolm X wouldn't have a problem with what I'm doing. I'm pretty sure Khalid Muhammad wouldn't have a problem with what I'm doing. Martin Luther King was even waking up to that reality, which is why they assassinated him. Martin Luther King didn't die because of the right to vote. He died because he was waking up to the truth and they assassinated him. They had a dude that underwent the MLK Ultra mind control program. They had him assassinate the man because he was meeting up with Elijah Muhammad now, telling them that what they were saying about white folks was true. Martin Luther King didn't say he was used as a puppet, was waking up to all of that, was about to change the game. So they got one of their mind control puppets and had the man assassinated. That's what happened. He didn't die for my right to vote. He didn't die fighting for my right to vote. The man was killed and assassinated by somebody that underwent their MK Ultra program, mind control program. That's what happened. So let's not misconstrue what actually happened to my ancestors. They didn't die fighting for my right to vote. No. The white folks were devils and they didn't like black people simply standing up for themselves and not tolerating the garbage, and they were assassinated and murdered. Straight up. Saying my ancestors died is disrespectful. I don't like when people say that. They did not die. A lot of them, they didn't get the chance to die. Bobby Hutton was not able to die. He was assassinated because he stood for something. He was young bull. What, he was 16, 17? Bobby Hutton didn't die. He was assassinated. He didn't even get to hit 20. Fred Hampton was a young bull. He did not die. He was murdered. He was murdered, fam. These people did not die. They didn't die of old age. No. So don't play with me telling me I'm disrespecting my ancestors when I choose not to vote. You know, don't do that. If you say that to me, I'm gonna go off just like I just did, and it will be in your face. I think that's the most disrespectful thing you could ever say to somebody, somebody like me. All of the information that I put out here, you know, to educate folks on their ancestors, on their history, you know. Come on now. So when you come in with that angle, don't play with me, fam. Don't play with me, fam. Don't ever play with me like that. Like I said, Brother Malcolm would be very okay with what I'm doing. Brother Khalid would be very okay with what I'm doing. Brother Huey would be very okay with what I'm doing. Brother Fred Hampton would be very okay with what I'm doing. Brother Marcus Garvey would be very okay with what I'm doing. Brother John Henry Clark, y'all see Fred Hampton behind me. Like this, Fred Hampton is behind me on this wall. John Henry Clark behind me on this wall. They would not be upset with what I'm doing and what I'm saying. They wouldn't be upset. They would not be upset. Trust me. Trust and believe. They wouldn't be looking at me like, oh man, this dude disrespecting me. Nope. They would be smiling. Like, man, he keeping the energy alive. All our work did not go down in vain. That's what Brother Khalid now would be saying. Man, we did the work so brothers such as myself can carry on the legacy. Carrying on the legacy of the ancestors. I ain't selling out to either side of this system. Forcing me to gang bang. Red state, blue state, blood and crippin'. I ain't choosing one of them sides because none of them sides care about me. Democrats don't truly care about black folks. This is history. Republicans don't truly care about black folks. This is history. Which one of those parties was started by black people? Somebody let me know something. Which one of those parties was created by a black person? Which one of those parties were created with black people in mind? Which one of those parties, right? Which one of those parties were created with the intention of, oh man, we're gonna help out black people? Not nan one of them parties, man. Yeah, I said not nan, you know. None of those parties were created. Oh man, we gotta create this party so that we can elevate the livelihood of black people. No. Incorrect. None of them. You had some slave owning racist presidents, former presidents, who were behind and politicians who were behind the creation of these political parties. This is just what it is. And to be quite honest, it used to be the reverse. To be real honest, then this is just an actual fact. The actual Republican Party actually lined up more with black people's morals and principles. Like as far as the stuff, listen, when you really sit down, if you go talk to a traditional old school black person, their morals and principles align more with the Republican side. Them Republicans, they not about to listen. When you go talk to an OG from back in like the 50s and 60s, and like the stuff I was talking about with the LGBTQ community, all that type of stuff, that's the old black man. That's the old black mind. So I be finding it quite funny now when black people be acting. I'm like, man, yo, truly, some of the stuff you stand for is actually what the Republicans stand for. You don't even really realize it. Now, again, I'm not choosing no side, I ain't choosing no party. I'd rather we create our own party. But if we being technical, if we being really technical, some of the stuff that y'all black people claim to stand for is what Republicans stand for. I ain't even we ain't let's keep it G. Let's keep it G. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. Some of those principles and morals that the Republicans stand for is exactly what your grandfather told you. It's the exact principles and morals your grandfather, or great grandfather, and great grandmother instilled in you. It's Republican principles. Hey, let's just keep it real. Let's just keep it real. Let's just keep it a buck. Let's just keep it a G. Some of y'all right now just don't want to affiliate with that or say that or agree to that because of because of the candidate, Mr. Trump. That's it. That's the real reason. They could easily, this is how fickle we are. They could easily just reverse it, right? They could easily, 4 years from now, they could easily say, boom, we're going to have a black woman or we're going to have a black man be the Republican candidate. And then have a Donald Trump type dude be the Democrat. All of the people gonna switch on over. Oh no, we don't like such and such. We about to go on over here. We about to support the Republican. Now that's how fickle we are. But if we really tapping in, if you really studying the history of the Democrats and the Republicans, I bet you if you did some honest studying and honest research, you would align more with Republicans. Promise you. Promise you. I'm gonna keep it real. If you are not being biased, if you are not being, if you eliminate the influence and empty your cup, promise you. I promise you, I promise you. There is no, listen, it's no secret as to why when you go look at a lot of the black people who support the Republican Party, it's no reason, it's no mystery behind why a lot of them are like wealthy or have money. Trying to tell you, trying to tell you. It's a reason why it's a reason. It's a correlation there, fam. So all the stuff you striving for, I'm trying to tell you, that's the stuff that the Republicans are standing for. So and it's gonna be crazy when you reach that position, then your whole personality is gonna change. Your whole perception is gonna change. The people who pose as Democrats, they know that. That's why they preying on the less fortunate. That's why they doing that. They can't persuade these folks with the money because the folks with the money really know what's up. They really know what's up. It be the folks that in what they would consider the middle class to the lower class that they can sway them. That's why the Democrats focus on them primarily. That's why they're doing it. That's why they do what they do. That's why they try to target the certain types of black people that they target. That's why they do it. But hey, like I said, I ain't on either side, but I'm gonna tell you straight up, just from the history that I've done or the knowledge that I've done on those two particular parties, the Republicans line up more so with some stuff I be on. Straight up. Keep it real. Mugs don't want to hear that because they not doing honest research. Everybody think they be doing research. Everybody think I know what you doing is confirmation bias, fam. You already have labeled yourself a Democrat. So it is almost instinctive for you to find everything that agrees with Democratic values, the Democratic Party. You searching for all the stuff that aligns with that and make that party appear right and exact. You're not instinctively about to go and try to find things that you agree with Republicans when you have labeled yourself as a Democrat. You're just not going to do that. How many people that's labeling themselves as Democrats are honestly going to research things that view Republicans in a positive light and vice versa? You're not going to do that. You are about to go find things that agree with the label that you have placed on yourself. If I'm Republican, I'm going to find something that agrees with my Republican stance. And I'm going to find something that makes a Democrat look bad. Vice versa for the Democrats. I'm going to find something that makes Republicans look bad and it agrees with my Democratic stance. Somebody such as myself that I don't care for either side, I'm going to study all of the sides, get all the information. I'm going to get all the information because I don't care about either. I don't associate with either side. I don't call myself either one. So I'm looking at everything. Mellow Bob, exactly. When you are of the business mindset and when you striving to generate wealth, I promise you, you're gonna line up. You're gonna line up with the Republicans. I promise you. But when you working class, which nothing is wrong with that. But when you working class and the ends barely meeting and all that type of stuff, you gonna on the surface align more with the Democrats. But when you got a decent amount of wealth, you making a decent amount of money, and you trying to protect that, you siding with the Republicans. You don't want more taxes on your money that you done worked hard for. You don't. Just like if a person that was a Democrat that was just like the people that support that, if they entered another tax bracket, they don't want to be taxed more. You understand what I'm telling you? You don't want to be these people that always are about, oh man, the rich need to be taxed more. Wooty woo. Wooty woo. The moment they become one of them, they're gonna be saying the same thing, man. Don't take my money, because we already complained about it on the job. Oh man, this job take all these tax, they take all this money out of my check. So just imagine when you generating 5.2 million and they trying to make you tax half of it. Man, you ain't going for that. So you about to align with the party that's like, nah, we ain't finna be taxing them like that. Instead, we gonna give them all the benefits. You gonna want that party to thrive. Y'all crazy. Soon as your net worth changes, your whole value, all of that is gonna change. All of that gonna change. Let me give you 5.9 million right now, and it's a presidential campaign going on. And they telling you that, oh yeah, if we get up in this joint, this is where we gonna raise the taxes for the wealthy folks. You are like, nah. I want to keep as much of this money as possible. Come on now. Like, come on now. Come on now. You don't want when your money, when you make all that money, you do not want that money to be taxed. Let's be real, fam. Let's be real. Stop playing with me. Stop BSing. Your whole mode and mentality will change the moment you enter the tax bracket of the wealthy folks that you criticizing right now. Let's be real, fam. And y'all know it, because y'all mad about the taxes now. Oh, they should be taxed like us. No. Like, this society is set up to benefit entrepreneurs, business owners. That's who it's set up to benefit. And they know and understand not everybody is going to be that. We're going to need the workers. But the society is set up to benefit those who create jobs for other people. If you running an economy, you gonna throw a benefit to those people. These are the people that's responsible for creating jobs. We want more of these people so that we can stimulate the economy, so we can have more jobs, so that we can pay more people, so that they can go spend more money. So yeah, I'm going to reward these people that's coming up with these jobs, creating these jobs, providing opportunities, so that they can pay, so more people can become employed, more people can work, so more people can spend money. So yeah, I'm gonna make it more beneficial for these individuals. Simple economics, man. I done been in economics classes. It's simple economics to me. Like, I understand it. I got plenty of economic and business books behind me. Like, I get it. I'm not naive. I understand it. Like, if I'm running a country, I'm going to also reward people who are responsible for bringing jobs. I'm going to reward them, fam. To me, let's be real. Those people are more, they going to be more prestigious, fam. Be honest. People don't want to hear that. You know, to me, it's a value-based society. I was reading a business book. That's what it stated. It said, look, you're not getting paid by the hour. You're not getting paid for the hours that you work. You're getting paid for the value of your work. You know, you getting paid for the value of your work. So that should make you look at things a little bit differently. You getting paid for the value, fam. So you get rewarded for the value. You know, you get rewarded for your value. So if you want to make more money, you got to become more valuable to society. I agree with these things. I don't disagree with that. If you want to make more money, you got to become more valuable. That's a fact. That's a fact, man. If you want to make more money, if you want to generate wealth, you have got to become more valuable. You have got to learn more skills, learn more, whatever. You have got to become more valuable. Seriously. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to make more, become more valuable. I don't disagree with that, and I never will disagree with that. If you don't value yourself, if you don't value development, like, if you literally, I'm not gonna pay. Listen, if a person lacks skills, you gonna get rewarded based on that. If you have very limited skills, you don't know how to do anything, and then the stuff that I am having you do on this job is basic and rudimentary, and you're not even doing that well, no, why would I pay you a lot of money? I'm going to pay you based on the value. I'm going to pay you based on your development. I'm not just going to raise your pay just because you show up to work. If you want more, you got to become more valuable to my job. Straight, like, flat out. I'm going to pay you what you're worth. And it's twofold. I'm going to pay you what you're worth, and I'm going to pay you what you're willing to accept. So if I look at you and say, okay, based on what I see, you worth $10 an hour, and you accept it, don't be mad at me. You ain't have to accept that. You could have went and found another job that paid you more. I'm going to evaluate your qualifications, and I'm going to come up with a dollar amount that I think you're worth. If you accept it, then you accepted that. If you want to raise that pay, here are my qualifications to raise that. You got to become more valuable. Learn how to do other aspects of the job that may not be your job. Learn how to do these things. Learn how to become irreplaceable. Mugs just think they supposed to make $30 an hour just because they show up to work and they be there. Man, nah, that is not how this stuff works. If you have a business, you're not about to just go pay people $30 an hour. That's why I be laughing. That's how I know other people don't understand business when they start criticizing these businesses. Like, oh man, they need to pay their employers more. I'm like, man, y'all don't know how stuff really works. I said, if y'all ran some of these businesses, y'all not gonna pay certain positions that much. Y'all not gonna pay certain positions $40 an hour. No, promise you won't. Promise you won't. You are going to pay the more valuable positions more money. You're not gonna pay entry level positions $45 an hour. You're not gonna pay them $25 an hour. You're not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. And again, if you have a problem with that, become more valuable. Stand out, become irreplaceable. That's how you do it. People don't want to hear that. We want to live in a lazy society where we just things are handed to us. We don't want to work to go get what we worth. We want it to be handed to us. Like, nah, I'm good. They ain't paying me what I worth. All right, I'm about to become more valuable. I'm gonna raise my status. I'm gonna raise my stock. You know, you don't work, you don't eat. Like straight up. Like that's how I view it. Raise your stock, raise your status, become more valuable, learn more. Lydell, if you asking for the cash app, it's Eric Bell 7. Definitely not 7-9. It's Eric Bell 7. But that's the advice I'll be like, listen, I'm never gonna blame the economy. I'm never gonna blame the politicians for it's on me. If I want to make more, I gotta go get it. I gotta go get it. Straight up, flat out. And there are a lot of different methods to where I can go get it and make it happen. If I want it, I gotta go get it. I gotta make it happen. I gotta make myself irreplaceable. I gotta make myself valuable. I gotta make, if I'm working at a job, I gotta make it to where this job would not thrive without me being here. Increase my value. And if they not paying me based on that work, I'm gonna go take my talents elsewhere. You know your worth and don't accept anything less. The moment you accept less, then now you're setting yourself up for failure with that. I done been there, done that, accepted some things I shouldn't have accepted. It's hard to get out of that. Audrey, for sure, man, multiple streams of income to the point where you're not overly dependent on one. So if you are working a job and you got 5 or 6 streams of income, you don't necessarily, we need to get to a point to where if we work in these jobs, it's because we want to and not because we have to. We need to get to a point where now, like, you own a job, you ain't got to tolerate this nonsense because you got 5 or 6 other streams that can take up this little stream. That's what we need to position ourselves in that realm to where it's like, man, I really don't need this. So like, if y'all on some nonsense with me, I'm out of here. Like, I got 5 or 6 other streams. I really don't need this. I'm doing it because I want to. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, you always got to set yourself up with multiple streams of income. You cannot put all your eggs in one basket. You got to have income coming to you from a lot of other ways. It used to be about 2 or 3, but now I think we got to raise that to about 5 or 6. And there's plenty of ways to get some passive income out here. So it don't have to be to a point when people hear multiple streams of income, they think they got to work hard for this. Like, nah, it's ways to not work so hard to make that income come in your direction or generate that source of income, that passive source or stream of income. But y'all, man, with that being said, man, I done went past the time. This was a good build. I haven't built like this in a minute. I I haven't built like this in a minute, man. So it felt good to get back into this mode of building. I might be building up my momentum again, man. Y'all might be seeing more of me on this streaming thing. You know, I had been taking a break, but it felt good to get back on here and just chop it up. But man, I gotta make my rounds, man. Gotta get ready for this second batch of clients at this gym. So man, I appreciate y'all, man. It's always peace chopping it up with y'all, man. But y'all be easy. Enjoy the rest of y'all Wednesday, man. I may try to tap in again one of these days this week. But y'all be easy though. I'm out. Peace.